This guy dropped the ring on the table and said she should wear it and walked away. Like, no proposal, no nothing, no sweet nothings. Oh my god. Last to marry, there's always this pressure of maybe when you're older, if you don't get married, there's pressure from society, there's pressure from everywhere. So Abidemi was under this pressure of, oh, everybody's getting married. She's 33 and will be 34. So everybody is getting married, but she has not found anyone to even say, oh, I like you. There's no admirer, there's nothing, like nothing. Everywhere was literally dry. And so she was worried. She even had a crush on this particular guy in her office, which was her boss. But it turns out that this particular guy doesn't like her the way she thought that he liked her, but he doesn't like her that much. So to her greatest shock, on a particular day where she planned that she was going to confess her feelings to him, maybe he's actually shy to tell her how he feels about her. So on that particular day, this particular lady barges in, and it turns out that this guy is working in their office, but this particular lady is the girl that this guy wants to marry. So the whole scenario happens and introduces her to Abidemi as his wife to be here. And this girl is 24. And Abidemi feels somehow bad because this girl is 24. He felt some kind of way seeing that the younger girl is getting married and she that's older, the guy did not even consider her. So that went on and she got home. She called her friend. She was so pained. She cried so much. She was like, oh God, remember how I was serving you when my mates were having boyfriends? I did not have boyfriend. I was serving you, thinking that when I want to get married, when it's time for me to marry you, give me my own husband. You know, she cried with so much pain. I felt it, like I really felt it. So she cried with so much pain and said, God, I give you 1 week before my next 34th birthday. I'm going to get a husband and I give you 1 week to give me a man. If not, it is me, and you know, that kind of thing. So guess what? The next day, after that prayer, the next day, she meets this guy because she has a house. She bought a house. So even that self, having a house became a complaint from my mother. You know what guy will really like you if you are wealthy, if you have a house, all this kind of bullshit. She met this guy who came to rent a space in her compound. So this guy seeing that, oh, fresh cash, she's an independent woman, she doesn't have a man and all of that, he starts to pursue her. That same day, she also meets a particular guy that she had knew way back, like 20 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, way back. This guy is giving the Odogo vibes, rich Abusa man, you know, and all of that. So she meets this man in her office, and he's used to be her senior TJ. And this other guy we're talking about is Amata. Amata is the guy that came to rent a space in her house. So Amata begins to pursue her and, you know, say God said that she's his wife. But Amata is abusive. Amata is condescending. Amata is bad for her. Amata also has a character flaw. Like, there was one particular scene that she was talking to her friends, and you know how you can just be playful, and so look at Amata, he's troublesome. Amata just dragged her phone. You know, that kind of thing. He was so aggressive. He left the house. She was even calling him to beg him. He refused to pick her call. He was so condescending, and later on he came with a ring and said, if not that God said that I should marry you, not like you even deserve it. Like, in that scene, I was like, oh my God, what the heck? This guy dropped the ring on the table and said she should wear it and walked away. Like, no proposal, no nothing, no sweet nothings. Oh my God. That particular scene made me... And then there's TJ. So TJ is a very nice guy. She had known TJ from years back, and she met him in her office because TJ came for, you know, business and all of that. So TJ is very kind. TJ is lovable. TJ is caring. TJ knows how to use his words right. You know, he's not condescending. He's not verbally abusive. He's not even physically abusive. Even the time she was sick because of the challenges she had with Amata, and she was just thinking about it and she felt sick and all of that. So TJ came. He took permission from her boss and said he wanted her to go and rest. And the next day, TJ sent her 500k for rest allowance. Yes, rest allowance. But there's a problem. The thing is that TJ is married. TJ has a child, or TJ has children, and then he's a Muslim. That's a big problem. He doesn't share in her faith, and he's married and has children. I don't understand. Then the time came for her to make a decision where she had to choose between Amata and TJ who she would marry. So she has a dream of what life with either of them would be like when she marries them. She had a dream when she married Amata, and Amata was, my God, what you expected, was abusive. He gave her dirty slap. He even said that she ought to have transferred all her assets to him since he's the head of the family and her husband. So she had another dream where she got married to TJ. And TJ was kind. TJ loved her. TJ took her to various places, even bought her a house. But he was treating his other wife badly. Imagine somebody treating his other wife badly. what goes around will surely come around one day. You know that, right? So that aside, TJ was nice, kind, and all of that. But then she was pregnant in that dream, and she told TJ that, oh, God has shown her the child or the children that they were expecting, and she said they was going to expect two. She's bearing two nations, and those two nations, one will preach the gospel and one will sing the gospel. And TJ was like, "This your Jesus thing again." Immediately I said that, I said, "Ha." It was well expected. We were expecting it before, because I mean, how do you choose between someone that doesn't even share your faith? Why do you think you have to choose between the two of them? Why not choose nothing? I mean, if you have seen that video where Ife said, why do you think you have to choose between two nonsense men? I mean, why do you think you have to? I don't know about this your Jesus thing, but even if we're having twins, these children are my legacy. These children are my first daughters, and I'm not going to give my legacy, my first daughters, to your God. And Abidemi was like, you said, you love me. You said I can do what I like. You said that, you are going to allow me practice my religion. And I was like, yes, I know I said I love you and all of that, but these are my legacy. These are my children. In my mind, I was like, you see? So you see, the Bible did not mince words when it says, do not be unequally yoked. That people in the world are doing it doesn't mean it makes any sense, because you might literally cry blood in the nearest future. So go to God.